much as you can, trying to think of the preparations that you have to do. So the silly things like hot water tanks and car insurance and power of attorneys and all those sort of administrative things.
Have people that can look over your finances for you. Somebody that can go and check your apartment for you. In my case, while I was on deployment, if my landlord wasn't taking care of my place for me, I would have came home to a flooded apartment.
Have a deployment checklist. It can be anything from like a car tune-up, or if you're a homeowner, like knowing where everything is.
We had a couple guys whose credit cards expired in the middle of deployment. And like, it sounds so simple to get a new credit card, but to get a new credit card shipped to you around the world can be a little bit.
So really try to make sure that you have your stuff taken care of back home by somebody, a loved one, family, friend, landlord, just everything, so you don't have nothing to worry about while you're over there.
A big thing is to remember that although you're slated to be gone for 8 months, you're slated to be on this mission with these allowances, you may not either finish that mission because of something out of your hands, or the mission may change and your pay may change. So the big thing is to remember that don't spend that money until you've actually earned it and you've seen it in your bank account.
It's okay to ask for help. Like, don't ever think that you need to go it alone. There's people that are there for you, whether it's your family or friends, MFRC, anything like that. People are, no question is too stupid. That's key when it comes to your first one, for sure.
The first step for us was getting through the door, getting into the MFRC, finding out what they had to offer, and then doing the deployment workshops. We learned a lot, especially dealing with kids, different little projects and things that we could do, how the deployed member can still stay connected to the family, and then how the kids can stay connected to the deployed member. So that really helped us in different little things that we did.
He's not alone, he has a family somewhere. When we set the communication with the MFRC and they ask us, where are you from and all that, so we say we're from somewhere else, not from Victoria, we can't come to the meetings. They ask us if we want communication through the phone, emails, and they talk about the WebEx that we can communicate through. It's like Skype, you know, it's on the internet. You don't feel like you are far away from the whole thing. You are always updated with everything.
Definitely get a support group of some sort, whether it's friends that are involved in the same situation, other spouses or girlfriends, wives from the ship as well, or who are on the same course, whatever it might be, someone else that's in that same boat for the deployment.
Definitely having a couple of close people that I knew was really helpful, because I knew that I could turn to them, like if I was having a bad day or if something was going wrong and I just needed to vent, that I knew that they were always there to have my back.
If you're both out having a good time and you're both, you know, if you're in a foreign port and you go out snorkeling and stuff and you go out and see the sights and stuff, good, you have lots to talk about, it's an awesome time. And likewise, if she's at home and she's going out with friends and she's going out to do her yoga and stuff, as long as you have something that you're doing and you're happy, that's the best you can do, is be happy for each other, right?
I just had this conversation with a brand new military wife whose husband just got posted to the Winnipeg. The first thing I said to her was, get on your family network page so that you can hook up with other people who are going through the same thing, whether it be play dates that you can create or away cafes, whatever it might be, just things to kind of get out of the house, number one, but get information and get friends who are going through the same thing. Just get connected, because you can't hide in your house. You gotta kind of pick up and go on.
I would like read audiobooks to her and I would send those back to Anne-Marie, and I would actually, so she would hear my voice reading it out, and then I would actually like teach her on Skype. So she's sitting there watching the thing and we was actually teaching her to jump in this. So there's a military guy sitting there with his tablet set up on the bench there, with a little daughter on the other side trying to jump and teach her how to jump in Hawaii. So that worked really good to keep me and her connected.
parts of me were like, I really wanted to hear from him every day, and like when I didn't hear from him, I'd be upset, but then I'd have to remember, you know, he's away and he's working, and you know, their internet connection isn't always the greatest, and the satellite phones are terrible. So relying on that phone call, I got a phone call one morning, I picked up the phone, I said hello, I got a hello back, and all I got was dead air. But to remember that they're working, and you know, I can send an email, he'll send me an email when he gets a chance.
The mission that we necessarily went on, or what we thought we were gonna do, didn't necessarily end up happening. So trying to, like, as best as you can, be flexible and thinking, not being set in the ways and the places that you think you're gonna go, but sort of be open to new things and be open to the changes that just sort of naturally happen with what we're doing.
Live life to its fullest, even though they're not there, because you can still share those memories when they come back.
It's not going to be perfect as soon as they walk through the door. Reintegration was hard. And, you know, being patient, you've just spent, you know, however many months by yourself, and now you've got to welcome someone else back into your life, and it's hard to adjust to have that other person there.
Do your best to enjoy what you have. I mean, we are in the Navy. We see a lot of great places, and everywhere has something different to offer. So try your best to experience what it has and have a good time there, right? And just share that with your loved ones.